Cancer in 2014, December. I got 2 children, married, had a lovely home, and I started getting really unwell, and I didn't know what was happening. So yeah, December came and I was finally diagnosed with sarcoma, neuroganglioma, which is basically a tumor. Mine was so big, it grew to be 3 kilograms big,
Wow.
the size of a baby, inside my abdomen. And it was slowly killing me, and it was killing me, literally. And so I went to see the only specialist in the UK that fortunately was in Scotland. That's where I came from last night to be here. So this the specialist told me that the only way to get rid of this was by removing it completely and then start treatment that way. So we did it that way, but it had proper consequences. It had its risks. So I was told I could die. I told it was going to be a long operation, and I was told I was going to have permanent damage to my body for the rest of my life. Do you want to go ahead, or do you want to die? Of course, I said I want to go ahead. I want to be with my kids. I don't want to miss my kids' birthdays. I don't want to miss their lives. I felt that my kid's life was going to be taken away from me. I didn't want to miss their moments. I want to be here for them. Not for me. I want to be here for them. So of course I took the hard way out. Let's do this. Let's do this shit. So in 2015, in February 2015, just after that first picture, I went through this 12-hour operation to remove this sarcoma, which went absolutely great. I woke up and I said to them, what's the guy that puts the anesthesia in, the anesthetist? I said to him, do I look like J-Lo now? Because I thought, before I went in the operation, I thought I was going to go through like a plastic surgery just to make myself feel that it wasn't a big a deal. Yeah? It was a big deal. So 4 weeks in, I was doing so well, something went wrong inside me. And while I was doing my chemotherapy and my radiotherapy, something went wrong, and my main arteries exploded. So I went into a major hemorrhage. All my veins collapsed. I had to be saved that same night. I think I stayed up to 4 o'clock in the morning in a theatre table with a radiologist trying to stick up a massive, and I was fully awake and aware of this, was trying to put a stent in my arteries and my chest to stop the bleeding. We went through that. 2 days later, I was still bleeding. My artery and the stent hadn't worked, so I was still bleeding, and this time I was dying. I remember the surgeon coming into my room that morning, and I was quietly saying that I'm always a bubbly person, and I'm so talkative. I've got an accent, by the way, so I love talking to people because I always learn. Anyway, I'm in intensive care this time, and I'm talking to one of the nurses, and my surgeon, my specialist, comes in and he says, "Sweetheart, I just seen your CT scan this morning. You're dying. We need to roll you into theatre now." And I was like, "I'm not dying. I'm talking to the nurse. What are you on about?" And he said, "No, you're dying now." And I felt like my life went in 3 minutes. My life went past in 3 minutes. Oh my God, I'm dying. I reached to the nearest surgeon that I already been dealing with him, and I said, "Please save my life. I want to see my kids tomorrow. I haven't seen my kids in 2 weeks. Please save me." He said, "I can't promise you that, but I will try my best." So we did this operation, and I woke up like 2 weeks later, and I ICU with all these tubes down my throat. And the first person I saw to my left was my husband. And I looked at him, I I'm gonna try and wrap it short, but that made it in. But I knew when I woke up, I knew when I opened my eyes with my tubes down my throat and everywhere else, I knew that the battle hadn't been over. It wasn't over yet. I knew it wasn't over yet because after then, I had to leave with a machine plugged to me. I had lost most of my short bowel, I had lost most of my colon, I had lost my right kidney. I was installed with a stoma bag, I was installed with a feeding tube. My life had changed. I just couldn't come to terms with what had happened. I went in for an operation to remove cancer and I came out, I don't know, I felt like I came out worse. Like I made a bad deal or something. But I was alive and I was grateful. I was like, okay, bring it on. Like Sister Mitchell says, bring it on. I had my kids. I stayed in hospital for 5 months. I had to relearn how to walk. I think I remember every morning the physiotherapist would come in and say, do you want to go for a walk? And I'll say no. Because I knew it was going to be painful. I knew it wasn't going to be easy. So one day I said to her, yes, today I am willing to get up. And I remember I had stoma bag, catheter attached to me, draining sites everywhere, as you can see, I don't know, yeah. And I go up and I make 1 step, 2 step, and I was like, I'm done. And then the next day, it was 1 step, 2 step, 3 step. And then the next day, and the next day, and the next day. And I was able to walk up to, I remember a window just around the corridor, and that was my goal. If I could make it to that window to the corridor, then I could make it to the next window in that corridor. But because I couldn't see the next window, I wanted to see it. I wanted to see out that window, because I missed being outside. I couldn't be outside. So my kids used to come and see me every other 2-3 days, whatever my husband could manage, because he had to take out work time to look after them. I missed so many milestones of our kids. I missed my son was starting to walk. I missed that. I missed the time that he started to feed himself. My daughter couldn't even look at me because she thought I was going to die.
The iPad's still in there.
Every time she sees me, she would say, Mom, you're not dying, are you? I said, not today, honey, not today. I'm not. So every day I fought to be here just for them. So I went back home, attached to a machine, 16 hours a day, 7 days a week, and my stomach bag. But I was a mummy, and I was there with the kids. But I felt it was unfair, but I also felt grateful. I just wanted something to give me a little bit of energy. I wanted something else to maybe give me a boost or something. So I came across something on Facebook. One of my friends was taking fruit and veg in a capsule. And I was like, I couldn't eat, I was near my mouth. I couldn't eat anything. I wasn't allowed to drink or eat for a whole year. So I had to take all my nutrients from this feeding tube. And so I took the rest to take these capsules. I said, sod it. I've been through so much worse than this. I can take a few capsules, not tell anybody. So I was at home, I was taking these capsules, and oh my God, I started feeling so different. Like I had so many medication. I can't even name it now. I've had so much medication. But I started reducing medication, and I started going to see my specialist. I went to see my specialist every so often. How are you doing? How are you doing? How is your tumor markers? How is this? So everything was being tested every 4 weeks. And my bloods were coming back better and better and better. And my nutritionists were like, hang on a minute, your liver function is getting better, your kidney function is getting better, your inflammatory markers are getting better, and your tumor markers are going down. You're doing really well, aren't you? And I was like, yeah, and they started reducing my feed. And eventually, they removed me from my feed, they removed me from medication that I didn't need, and that's me today. So yeah, I go to the gym. I do this as leaving. I love it. Every morning I wake up and say, who can I help today? Is there another friend out there that needs my help? And I love it. Juiceplus has changed my life.